I'm Sandy Rose, and this is the Restorative Space, where body, mind, and spirit meet in truth. From tension to tenderness, we explore how to heal, feel, and return home to ourselves. Before we get started, I would like to remind you that you can always find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, as well as other platforms. Just look for the Restorative Space, and we'll be right there. Welcome, and thank you for being here and joining me today. For today's episode, I would like to talk about something that doesn't always come easy, and that's feelings and emotions. If you listened to the last episode, I shared something deeply personal with you. I also shared about pausing and about that sacred moment when life makes you stop and take inventory of your heart. But today, as promised on that episode, we're going to go a little deeper into when life throws storms at you and what you can do about it. As usual, we're going to start off this episode with a little breath work. As a gentle reminder, that looks a little something like this. We're going to inhale for 3, hold for 3, and then release for 3. As we're inhaling, please remember that you are inhaling peace. During the hold, you are holding space for yourself. And on the exhale, you are exhaling any worry, doubt, or anything that is holding you back. Let's begin. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. Again, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. This episode today is all about giving yourself permission to feel, not to fix, not to analyze, not to hide. Just feel. Sometimes we become so used to surviving that we forget what it feels like to simply be human. And again, today we're going to talk about returning to ourselves. For a lot of us, we've been trained to hold it together. We've seen it all our lives, our mothers, our aunties, grandmothers, fathers, uncles, doing what had to be done, holding the family up, making a way out of no way, as they say. And from that, we learned early, don't let them see you cry. Some of us are told, girl, go into that bathroom and have you a good cry, wash your face, and come on out brand new. Or we're told to push through it. Or come on, be strong. So we carry that legacy generation after generation until holding it together becomes the only language that we know. For some of us, that story looks like you're being the strong woman. You're the backbone, the nurturer, the one who makes it happen. Even when she's breaking. And no one knows that you're breaking but you, because you hold it together well. You show up for everyone, your family, your friend, your job, your community. And somewhere in there, girl, you forget that you deserve softness too, don't you? I know you do. And for the men, it's a different script, but the same pressure. From a young age, they're told that real men don't cry. Be a man. Emotions make you weak. That you have to be the protector, the provider, the one who never wavers. So the guys, You learn to lock your hearts away just to survive in a world that doesn't always make you feel safe or allow you to be vulnerable. And you know what? I was thinking about this, and it reminds me of a suit of armor. And we wear that strength like armor, but the thing about armor, y'all, is it's heavy. It keeps you from being hurt, but it also keeps you from being held. And over time, that armor doesn't protect you. It basically isolates you. I have a question. When you're always the one holding everyone else, who's holding you? When you're always the calm in the storm, when do you get to rest? Even in your own peace. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't even think that you should. And listen, we don't resist feelings because we don't care. We resist them because we've been taught to survive. Some of our ancestors didn't have the luxury to break down. They had to endure. And with that strength is in our DNA. But here's the truth. Survival isn't the same as healing, and enduring isn't the same as evolving. But as for this generation, you and I, we get to make a new choice. We get to say, yes, I'm strong, but I'm also allowed to be soft. I want to be soft. Yes, I'm capable, but I'm allowed to cry. Outside the bathroom, I'm allowed to cry in front of others. Yes, I can lead and I do it very well, but I also need to be held within that leadership. Sometimes I just need to be. I just need to be because you know what? Feeling is not failure. Feeling is freedom. It's sometimes the most powerful thing we can do as strong men and women, as leaders, is to stop performing strength long enough to simply be. And the reason I say performing strength long enough to simply be is because we're just pretending to be strong. We're not actually that strong all the time, nor do we want to be. All right? That was a lot. And I know that that beginning was a lot. And I went through that kind of quickly. So during this episode, we're going to do things just slightly different. We're going to pause a couple of times. We paused at the beginning. We're going to pause again now. And we're going to call it the 3, 3, and 3. Remember those 3 breaths in, inhaling peace, the 3-second hold in the middle, holding space for yourself, and in this case, holding space for your feelings and your emotions to surface. And the exhale is you're going to exhale any worry, doubt, shame, embarrassment, whatever it is you need to let go so that we can get through this and you can learn how to feel and allow your emotions to show. So come on, take a deep breath with me. Let's do this together. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Now let your shoulders drop. Unclench your jaw. Open your heart. You're safe. We're learning. Now just listen to your body. Where do you feel the heavy weight? Is it in your chest, your stomach, your throat? Speak. Is it everywhere like it was within me Remember how things rose from my feet and it came all the way to my head until I dropped to my knees. And that's when I gave myself permission to let go. And I screamed. Do that if that's what you need to do. That's not weakness. That's wisdom. Your body is speaking, saying, I've been holding this way too long. Do it. I'll wait. Now say this to yourself. Say it out loud. I give myself permission to feel. I am safe with my emotions. I can feel and still be strong. I am strong. Do it. Let your heart open up and let your heart exhale. You don't need to hold on to this any longer. You don't have to solve anything in this moment. You just have to be willing to feel what's real. If you're journaling or you're meditating or you're simply reflecting, I'd like to add something in there to help you out. Because again, we're learning this together, right? Here's a few gentle prompts to guide you. If necessary, I suggest after every prompt, pausing to reflect. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. You can always start it again and come on back to me. So the first prompt, write this down. The first prompt is, where did I first learn that expressing emotion was dangerous or unacceptable? Okay, now I know some of us are 30, 40, 50, and we're thinking way, way, way back, back in the day. That's okay because I know that you remember. And if you don't remember the first time, I do know that you remember a time where you were shut down. Again, prompt number one is, where did I first learn that expressing emotion was dangerous or unacceptable? I definitely remember when it started happening to me. Prompt number two, what emotions have I been avoiding because I didn't feel safe to feel them? Now, for this one, I didn't say that you didn't feel safe with sharing them. I said that you didn't feel safe to feel them. That means within yourself. Remember, we've been taught sometimes that it wasn't safe to even feel it. So you were embarrassed within yourself to have these feelings and emotions. No one even knew. Prompt number three, what would it look like to give my emotions space, even just for a few minutes each day? Hmm. Even for just a few minutes each day. I want to help you out with this one. This is the easiest one because at the end of your day, I want you to sit down with a piece of paper or a recorder. I use both. I use both because sometimes I want to write down these feelings, even if it's just one word: sad, mad, angry, happy, joyful, whatever. I write it down and I want to come back to it and process it a little later. It may be just a little heavy because, again, I'm learning. This is new for me too. And sometimes I will get my notes app out or any other app that I may be using on my phone, and I record myself saying what it is that I feel, or I'll even talk about some things just like I'm talking to you right now. And I'll listen to it because when you listen to it again, it's no longer you. It's someone else speaking to you and you get to process it in a different way. So, prompt number 3 again is, what would it look like to give my emotions space, even just for a few minutes each day? Prompt number 4, how can I offer myself the same compassion that I give to others? Are you ready for this one? Are you ready to treat yourself as well as you treat other people? Mama, are you ready to treat yourself as well as you treat those babies and your friends? Daddy, are you ready to treat yourself as well as you treat your wife and your kids and your boys? Friend, are you ready to treat yourself as well as you treat your other friends? I hope so, because you're important. You're special too. Talk to yourself like you would talk to somebody else. Again, this is new, so you don't have to rush it. You don't even have to understand it. Just walk in it. Because remember, you're simply creating space. You're creating space for your truth. You're creating space for your healing. And baby, you're creating space for you. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for me. I'm hopeful for you. I'm hopeful. And I want you to remember something before I go. You don't have to earn the right to feel. Did you hear me? You don't have to earn the right to feel. You've already paid the price. You've paid double and you've even tipped. You've already earned it. You don't have to apologize for your emotions because your feelings are valid. You don't have to shrink your softness to survive. Your feelings are sacred. They are sacred messengers. They remind you that you're still alive, that you're still capable of love, still becoming whole. You're becoming you. Now, as you move through your week, take a moment to check in with yourself. And I want you to ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? And whatever the answer is, meet it with grace and meet it with kindness. And let you meet you. Be okay with feeling what you feel. Be okay with having emotions. Be okay with being vulnerable. Be okay. In the next episode, we're going to explore permission to heal. We're going to explore how to release what no longer serves you and begin restoring your peace from the inside out. You don't have to think about that right now. For now, I want you to just feel. Just feel. Thank you. Thank you for being you. I am Sandy Rose, and this is the Restorative Space. And I am so happy to be sharing this with you.
You have just listened to part 2 of our Permission series, Permission to Feel, part of our new Permission series, a journey inspired by Sandy Rose's own truth and transformation. Stay tuned for next week's episode, Permission to Heal, as she guides us through releasing what no longer serves us and finding peace within the process. This is Restorative Space with Sandy Rose.